Merry Christmas from all of us at your web marketing agency, Site Strategics.
Merry Christmas.
Learn more about our web design and web marketing services at sitestrategics.com. We wish you and your family a very safe and happy holiday season. Here's Aaron Sparks.
To it. We got a little bit of time here to go over the seven deadly sins of website design. We actually have an article from Joe Putnam of Espionage. He actually contributed an article to Kissmetrics. Kissmetrics is a great website to check out with a lot of good information. Anyway, we're talking about some simple principles every website should follow, and whether you get a slick design or not, you still need to know these design principles and how you have to apply them to your website. All right, number one is it's pretty simple, but you know what? It's always tripped upon. Number one mistake is the fonts that are too small on a website. That's the first mistake that people make when creating a website, that the fonts are actually too small. The reason for that is, back in the day, most websites had small fonts. The standard was somewhere around 12 pixels, right? Mm-hmm. Nearly everyone followed that standard, but with a 24-inch screen nowadays, in somebody's face, these small fonts are very small to read. So people started to realize that you only have a limited amount of time to get visitors' attention and let them know they're in the right place. And even studies have shown that the average attention span in 2013 was 8 seconds.
That's a long time.
Yeah, come on.
I
was going for 3.
That's 1 second less than the average attention span of a goldfish, guys.
I love goldfish. What are we talking about?
They're so delicious.
Squirrel! All right. The same study also states that people read only 28% of the words on the average website, or web page, I should say. So in order to get people's attention, you need to do the following. Compose great headlines that grab readers' attention. Write interesting content that will get them to read more than 28% of what you've written. Use headline fonts that are big enough to demand attention. And be sure that the body fonts are actually large enough to read so readers don't give up because they're tired of squinting. Mm-hmm. For all those reasons, font sizes have increased over the last few years to 14 pixels at the very minimum font, and even to 18 pixels as a minimum, but especially when a lot of reading is involved, you need to have that larger font. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind that the purpose of writing copy is to get it read, right? Yep. So when you pay a good writer good money or painstakingly write website copy yourself, you want to make sure that it gets read and it doesn't get hidden by small fonts. All right, another issue, right? There's some debate here, but I really actually like this point. Mistake number 2 is the moving sliders. Okay, yes. I don't understand why so many websites have them, and we've actually, as from Site Strategics, we've fallen prey to the same type of thing. Is we've got to have a slider. Yeah. Are they effective? Do they convert, or are they the best way to present information to customers? In most cases, not. There's been studies that actually show behavior and click-through performance on sliders, and predominantly, if anybody's going to click on anything, it's going to be the first slide. Yep. And sometimes 84% of the people, in another study that's in here in this article, click on the first one and nothing else. It's annoying, and it's very difficult to keep track of, and it's not the best option to advertise type of services. They even gave a case study where they tested somebody to see, hey, can you find this discount? It was on a slider. They couldn't find it at all in the entire site. And it was just poor planning. Well, another mistake real quick is low contrast fonts. That's a huge mistake that people make. And low contrast means a lighter font on a light background or a darker font on a dark background. You just can't read it. And
it's really tough on the colorblind population of the United States, including this kid over here.
Absolutely. It's tough, isn't it? Well, I mean, keep the stats in mind that it makes it harder to literally have good legible content there. Another mistake real quick is,
poor line height.
Poor line height itself. I mean, the fact of the matter of having different fonts and different spacings, and if you're crunching two lines together, it actually is very annoying. We've all seen it before. Mm-hmm. And you really should pay attention to that, don't you think?
Yep.
Another one here is
line length that's too long.
Thank you.
Too long.
And to wrap up here, it's about the fact that you need to have around 75 characters at the furthest length to be able to have a good readable line of text. Now that means that you need to make sure that the spacing is correct and that you've got defined sets of field value for your content area. But here's the thing. It also is a challenge because of the responsive design. You need to make sure you have a different type of setting style-wise on the line length for a smartphone device or what have you. All right. Do not have, if you don't have any accent colors for your calls to action, that's also a very important thing. You need to have some sharp, vibrant colors that also complement, not contrast the other coloring of the website. And finally, don't break common design principles, okay? You need to make sure that you have a good understanding of what common usage are. If your logo, commonly people have logos at the top left-hand side of the screen. Yep. Keep that consistency. Don't try to do freaky things.
Don't be cute.
Don't be cute. Don't try to be so innovative that you're going to lose value and recognition with customers because they want to go to something that they know.
Yeah.